going to be planting some squash seed, and I like to plant from seed because the plant just does a lot better. I've tried getting plants at the nursery and transplanting them. It always ends up being a smaller, less producing plant than if I just went ahead and planted them from seed. And the squash comes up so quick. If it gets good rain on it and has warm weather, they'll be up in a week or a little over, and grow real fast. So anyway, I've got my string laid out through there so I know where to plant, and I use my handy dandy stick here to tell me how far to go from this row where the beans will be, and just measured it off on each end. And that's how far I'll plant my squash plants apart too, because they get a great big vine on them, and so they'll be about 3.5 foot apart, and vines spread out, and they'll have plenty of room to grow. So we're going to go out through there and dig the holes, and then I'll come back and plant the seed. Okay, I went through and dug a little hole out about every 3.5 feet apart, and I'm going to plant about 5 seeds in each hill, maybe 6, and then when they come up, I'll thin them out. But that assures that you're probably going to get at least a couple good plants come up out of those. And I don't cover them too deep enough till the rain won't wash them out, but shallow enough till the seeds have got a good chance coming up. And that way it leaves a little crater that the water will settle in, and I can tell where they should have come up in case they don't. So that's the way I do each hill. And the variety that I'm planting is these are crookneck yellow squash. We'll do about 5 hills of those, and then 5 hills of the straight neck yellow squash. Oh, there we go. There's 9 hills of squash planted. So we'll look back. Hope we get a couple good rains. We're supposed to get a rain tonight. And about a week or so, we ought to have squash plants coming up. Decided I'd plant me some lettuce before the rain hits, and it's clouding up like it's going to get a good rain. So I laid off about a 12-foot area, about 3 4-foot sections. I'm going to plant 3 different kinds of leaf lettuce. And I just drove me up some little pegs and roped it off. That way we'll know where everything's at when it starts growing, before it starts growing. But I'm going to go through now and sow the lettuce seed. To prepare it, I just took a rake, took a garden rake and just leveled it off real good. Got as many of the dirt clods out as I could. And let's see, let me get my lettuce. And I'm just going to straw it like you would grass seed. And it seems to do good that way. They're so small. A lot of people try to plant them in rows, but it's about impossible to. Well, let's see. Got me a hole in my bag here. The seed's tiny. I mean, it's smaller than grass seed, but I just go through and straw it like you would grass seed. You don't even have to cover it up because when it rains, it's going to start coming up. Okay, this first area, I'm planting Paris Island, romaine. Okay, and the second one is called Simpson Black Seeded. I always heard the term of a mustard seed being small. These are a lot smaller than a mustard seed. They're tiny. Now, the last one is called prize head leaf lettuce. Okay, there's the lettuce. I might try to plant some cucumbers out the end of that row now before I quit today. Okay, I kind of had to hurry because it's starting to rain, but I was able to get to the end of the lettuce bed here. I got a double row of cucumbers sowed. I think they were called straight eights, and I can't remember the name of the other one. Then I planted 3 hills of zucchini, and as you can see, the blue skies have turned to gray. There's one little patch of blue sky in there, but we're going to get a good rain, I believe. Thank you, Lord, for the rain, and let me get this planted before it started here. See you back soon.